I think one of the big challenges is that right now, we hear from instructors, locally and that we talk to at other universities that they see the same gap in the engineering curriculum, not including, some of the ethics behind design of technologies, and would be interested in incorporating that into their course, but don't really have a framework to work from, and the inertia to sort of build a new course from the ground up is very high. And so we felt like there was a real opportunity to help other instructors, either incorporate aspects of the book, which has a very modular design, so that pieces of it can be pulled into a variety of different types of courses, or if they do want to start from scratch, this kind of provides a framework for a one semester course that can cover engineering design, technology, implementation science, really kind of spans that gamut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wanted to echo what Brian said, that there is engineering design being taught at many schools. There is biomedical engineering design for global health taught in many schools. And the context, again, matters, right? So many of the courses never get to the point where someone is taking that and getting it to people. So if you have a concept, an idea, how do you get it to the end user? And what are the considerations that need to be made? That's not covered. So how do you bring those pieces together if a student doesn't have that opportunity? So when we teach that class, students say, I never experienced this or learned this in any of my classrooms. I didn't even know this was a thing. So that's very encouraging that they see this as material that they wish they had seen, and only seen because they chose to take this elective as part of their degree. First, they might pursue more opportunities in that direction, right? If you know something, you're aware, and then you're going to maybe look for things that align with that interest. If you know it exists and you know there's an opportunity for a career or to be able to make a difference in how technology is implemented. The other thing is to let students know that it's not about just going into the lab, coming up with an idea and building something. What if no one uses what you're building? It's a great exercise, but what if you could build with the end in mind? What would that look like? And that can impact them as they go into senior design and allow them to think about those things and ask questions when they're in that process down the road in their capstone project.
And I think to echo that, a lot of it is you don't know what you don't know. And so this course really is designed to expose students to concepts that they haven't encountered in other classes, or maybe haven't drawn the connections in their other classes. I think also something that is unique for students is, through the design process, you can think about two types of innovation: sustaining innovation and disruptive innovation. And our course is really designed to challenge students to think about disruptive innovation and how, if you take down all of the constraints, looking at maybe the way a problem had been solved historically, if you just kind of try to forget about the historical context and say, how would I solve this today if this had no solution? You realize that you may have done things or would do things very differently when you're no longer constrained by just thinking about what would the next incremental step be in solving this problem.